Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Friday, September 15th, 2017. And here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front over there in Asia, boop, Shanghai down a bit, everything's up a little bit. Over there in Europe, everything's down a bit. Here in the States, boom, bam, bop. Dow, a new record. Best week since December. That's right. You remember what happened last December, don't you? Beginning of the Trump rally. And we at the Trends Journal, it's right there in black and white, were the first to call Trump a winner. First magazine back in 2016 May. And as you well know, Trends Journal subscribers, we were the first to call the Trump rally immediately after the election. We did a 180 on our, it's Celente's a gloom and doom. No, I wasn't. I just look at the facts the way they are. And you're seeing now, again, the Trump rally continues despite all those headlines and all those other experts that said it was going to end. Go back to January. That's when it said it was going to end. And it just keeps going. But will it end? Will it grow? Hey, check it out. Click it on your new Trends Journal. That's right, out today. Market crash or market correction. Yep, it's right there. Details like you won't read anywhere else. Globalnomic viewpoint on many issues. So, what happened to oil? Well, oil went up a little bit. Gold went down a little bit. So going back to the markets here in the States, they also had some economic data. And it's showing that inflation is going up a little bit more than they anticipated. Of course, oil prices went up because of the hurricanes, but also other prices went up as well. So what does that mean? Well, gold prices went down because now the expectations that they're going to raise interest rates, not next week or the week after, but in December, is now moving back up to that over 50%. It was down as low as the 30s just a few weeks ago. And also, retail sales came in. August, they fell 0.2%. They expected a 0.1% increase. Industrial production fell nearly 1%, and they also readjusted retail sales down in the previous month. So there's not strong consumer spending. The economy on the whole is just more of the same under Obama, but there's more and more expectations that there's going to be a tax deal. And the Republicans need it because they got the midterm elections coming up. And we, the people, can't stand, as the polls show, neither the Republicans nor the Democrats, so they have to show something for something. And we believe there's going to be a tax deal, and that's going to be positive or negative for the economy. It's right there in your new Trends Journal. Market crash or market correction. And moving on, what else do we have here? Oil. Well, we have been saying now for the better part of 2 years, oil prices between high 40s to 60s. And that's what we're seeing more and more of. So it looks as though there's going to be an increase in demand from all of the data coming out. And not a big increase, but there's going to be more cutbacks. And again, it's only temporary because the higher the prices go, the more rigs go online. So when the prices dropped, what happened? Well, data on this week's U.S. oil rig count, an early indicator of future output, showed energy firms cut 7 oil rigs in the week to September 15th. So they're bringing that total count down. But when the prices go up, more production, and that's why we see the range absent a wild card, whether it's by Mother Nature, as you can see with the hurricanes, tornadoes, cyclones, and earthquakes, or whether it's a man-made disaster. And there's always the wild card, the trump card. So you play that one, anything goes. China slows again. Hedge growth bets, but don't panic. August industrial production was the weakest since December, while investment growth in the year to date hit its lowest since 1999. That's right. And real estate investment in August ticked up again to 7.8% growth, reversing a drop to just 4.8% in July. China is slowing again, which means the giddy part of the global commodities and associated reflation trades is likely over, according to the person that wrote this. We don't think it's likely over. Again, go back to your Trends Journal. Read about Dr. Kappa. That's right. He has a PhD in calling where the economy is going. And copper prices are up some 60% from their lows a few years ago. Yeah, they just had a reversal of several percent. But we don't see the Chinese economy going down too far because China stops trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin China announced yesterday that it stopped accepting new registrations and they will shut down all trading activities on its platform by September 30th. So what does that mean? Let's go to some other stories from China, from the Global Times. Yuan's unexpected rise against U.S. dollars calls for caution, careful management. The yuan is getting stronger, which means the yuan's continued strength slowed the growth of Chinese exports in August. Let's put this picture together. And again, more in the Trends Journal, a major story on cryptocurrencies. Flying high or fading fast? You are going to see a story on cryptocurrencies. We challenge anybody to match it. It has so many different aspects of it. Most are talking in one or two dimensions. We got a global nomic viewpoint. So going back to what I'm saying, the yuan getting stronger, exports getting lower, Bitcoin trade being stopped. Go back. Remember when Bitcoin took off? You know why? Because back in China, the yuan was crashing. The Chinese people, 1.3 billion over there. What do we have here in the States? The 0.3, right, 320 million. They started buying Bitcoin because their currency was devaluating and the Chinese government wanted to stop the capital outflows. So what did they do? They halted trading for a while in Bitcoin. Now they've halted it, it looks like, for good. What does this mean? It means they're going to be devaluing the yuan to increase exports. And their economy is slowing down. Hey, what else does that mean? Well, it's in the Trends Journal. And it begins with a G. That's right. No, not Gerald. Gold. The Chinese are going to buy gold as their currency deflates and they can't buy cryptocurrencies. Again, only in the Trends Journal, history before it happens. Inflation slump may be ending. I mentioned that before. UK shifts put big central bank on same course to end low rates era because inflation is going up over there in the UK. And they're all talking now, the ECB, the UK, the Bank of Japan even, the United States, about raising interest rates. What kind of downward pressure will that put on gold? It's in the Trends Journal. Again, the UK is going to raise interest rates. Look where they're going to raise them from. Check out this little chart. So what was their interest rate back in 2007? Yeah, 10 years ago. Remember those old days when you're able to put money in the bank and get interest on it? Yeah, it was approaching near that 6% mark. Where is it now? Again, look at this photo. It shows how low it is. So what does all this mean? It means if they raise interest rates another lousy 25 basis points, considering what inflation's been since 2007, they're not raising interest rates at all. They got to go a lot more than this, but it's all detailed in greater detail in your New Trends Journal. Again, show us anyone that's doing what we've done, the implications that we show in the globalnomic perspective, and you know what it is, a money-back guarantee. Moving on, Volkswagen launches 5 million vehicle China recall over airbags. Bada boom! Oh, hey, you know those driverless cars that are coming online? Everybody, all these companies investing in them? Well, go to your Trends Journal. Once again, here's the story, folks. Self-driving cars, good bet or a money pit? Well, I don't want to give it away, but if they can't stop ignition switches, brakes are working, airbags are blowing up, where's driverless going? What path is it taking? It is on a path, and we're going to show you the direction. And what else do we have here? Time Magazine names new editor. Magazine aiming to expand video, court more digital readers. The new editor said that Time Magazine will continue to emphasize news-related topics. The August 28th issue of the magazine, sparked by the demonstrations in Charlottesville, Virginia, featured a cover story, Hate in America. Hate in America, you got a couple of crazy guys. It's not hate in America. Hey, everybody forget what a racist nation this is? What color was Obama's skin? Oh, no, maybe Eric Holder's. No, well, yeah, hold that. How about, the guy that was going to do the too big to fail and made him too big to jail? Yeah, that Eric Holder. And how about Susan Rice, Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, Jay Johnson, Homeland Security? Hey, how about the guy in the Supreme Court? Yeah, black guy there too. Time Magazine, how about Behind the Times? How about last week's news tomorrow? Yeah. It's an antiquated asset. And what are they doing? They're keeping the same stupid storyline that they've always kept. At one time, it was valuable. Hey, it's a different time. As a matter of fact, if you want to stay ahead of the times and on top of the news, it's the Trends Journal. History before it happens. You won't read this anywhere. America's Shadow, Donald Trump. Hey, what does that mean? Well, our executive editor, Derek Osinenko, did a story on this you can't top. Trump's presidency is safe. That's right. We're saying he's not going to get impeached, and we're going to show you why, and nobody will show you like this one. Again, cryptocurrencies flying high or fading fast. More on biodegradable plastics, new electric grid. Old tech workers, please apply. On and on, printed solar panels. We have trends that are bigger than economic, bigger than geopolitics. It's the world, and we try to cover it in all the different aspects. On to some international news. Yeah, look at this big story in the Wall Street Journal, front page. For refugees fleeing Myanmar, a treacherous journey turns tragic. Look at this terrible story. For refugees fleeing. How come they don't show refugees that are caught in wars that the United States slaughters millions of people? How come they don't show pictures of refugees leaving Iraq? How come they don't show pictures of refugees leaving Afghanistan? How about they don't show pictures of refugees in the bombed out places that the United States and its coalition of the killing have committed in Syria, in Yemen? That's how we're allied. The Saudis are doing it, that's okay. or Libya. Hypocrisy, propaganda. Oh, a lot on propaganda coverage in the New York Times, how it's swaying people in the directions that are going to lead to not a happy ending. Brazil's Temer faces new charges. Oh yeah, another politician getting caught for stealing dough or doing a dirty deal. That surprises me. And then finally, as I keep saying, the business of America is war. The business of China is business. The United States keeps going down. Hey, did you see the new numbers coming out? Hey, you folks over there in Florida and Texas, you don't have any troops. Our troops are overseas in 800 bases. Oh, you don't have any money in the bank to take? That's all right. We got other money to spend. Our troops are busy rebuilding countries that we destroy. More money spent rebuilding Afghanistan when adjusted for inflation than the Marshall Plan after World War II. Good news. Over 6,000 U.S. troops set for deployment in Afghanistan. Yeah, more losers. That's right. Can't win a war, can you guys? Haven't done one since World War II. I know the Russians won you, so did we. But they haven't won one since. But when you look at the big picture and how the nation's going down, here's a wonderful little story for you, folks. With subways snarled again, passengers are forced to wait in limbo again. In Manhattan, it was debris on the tracks. In Queens, it was a switch problem. In Brooklyn, it was a power malfunction. Taken together, the various woes snarled at least 8 lines on the New York City's dilapidated, antiquated, piece of crap subway lines. That's right. The business of America is war. They could care less about we, the little people. They got bombs to drop and peoples to kill. And the business of China is business as they buy up the world. Again, read your Trends Journal. History before it happens. Seize the opportunities and avoid the dangers. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's Trends in the News.